Welcome to Untold Physio Stories, a podcast that informs and educates by connecting you to rehab industry leaders who share their candid successes and failures in business and practice.
Welcome back to Untold Physio Stories. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. E, and I'm flying solo today. Andrew couldn't be here at my eclectic approach to spinal manipulation in Boston, December 2018. You're not supposed to date podcasts, but I am right now. You can also find me with Edge Mobility System and the eclectic approach, soon to be releasing the eclectic approach to modern patient education, which Dr. Andrew Rothschild, my co-host, is the lead instructor. With me today is Dr. Brett Scott. I first met Brett when he was
still a
student. He was graduating. It was last July or August, right?
August
2017. Yep. And like many aspiring clinicians, he was breaking out into social media, bridging the gap, et cetera, all those things that everyone wants to do in prehab and rehab. And something happened. This is a cautionary tale about the dangers of social media. So what happened, Brett? Welcome to the podcast, by the way.
Thanks for having me. So, yeah, I had finished school. I was waiting for my license and everything to go through. I had passed my board exam. And basically what I was going to do, I had already accepted a job in a different state from where I practice now. But I was getting all my ducks in line to kind of start my own side hustle as a cash-based practice to work on the weekends. And I coached out of a gym that I had kind of a potential population to work with. So fast forward a little bit, I put all my stuff in for a different state to register, and gave them my resume because they required that, and they looked at it and they kind of had some questions about some things I had put on there that were kind of confusing. So I went back, I corrected it, made sure everything was fine. They went to do license verification, and I didn't get my license number back. So I called, and they said there was an issue because I had put on my website that they had checked out that still wasn't finished and it was under construction, even though there was plenty of disclaimers on there. It said because I had put Brett Scott, DPT next to my name, that that was against the law. I was committing fraud, and that I couldn't practice. So they held up my license for over 4 months. So from August till after Thanksgiving, I couldn't practice within that state, and then I couldn't apply to other states as well, based on my lawyer's opinion that I would have to put that I was under a investigation by a board. So, and they really just didn't look at anything that was on there. I said I was still a student studying for the boards. I said, this is the plan. They didn't really care. And our understanding as most students is that when you designate licensure, you sign your name with your name and then PT, DPT, which I had never done, knowing that. And they said, no, you can't do that, and held that up for 4 months. And then
You wouldn't be allowed to do PT, DPT? Is that what you're saying?
The way we were taught in school is that you designate licensure by signing PT, DPT.
Right. I never understood that, but that's licensed.
That's licensed.
Because the license is the PT and the DPT is a degree.
Yes. So I just put the degree because I wasn't licensed, but they still said you can't do that. So I got a lawyer.
That's like saying you don't have a degree.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a degree.
And that was the whole part that didn't make sense. So I got myself a lawyer. We had my hearing. They heard me out. Kind of realized that they had overlooked a lot on my website of disclaimers, that I said I had been a student. And they finally gave me my license, but 4 months of being held up could have been fixed with probably a phone call to fix the issue. But sometimes the boards don't do that. So for any students coming out, big lesson is be careful and don't do anything, even if you are just getting your ducks in line. Wait till the actual date that you are licensed to put anything out there at all.
That's crazy. I mean, I never understood the PT, DPT. It seemed kind of redundant.
Yes.
And I don't list that too, because technically I would have to say PT, MSPT, DPT, because actually I have a BS and MS in PT. So I'd have to say PT, BSPT, MSPT, DPT.
Yeah.
And like who wants that? I'm licensed as a PT and I have 3 PT degrees.
Yeah.
That's redundant. I used to be all about the credentials, but not that much. And you're really fortunate that you actually even had disclaimers. No one would even think
Yeah.
to write disclaimers on your website.
Yep. And the other issue they had, because at the time it was just a social media brand and it was about integrating strength training and physical therapy. And they said that even me having physical therapy on there, not being a physical therapist, is just to promote the integration of the two, which is what I'm doing now.
Bridge the gap.
Was against the law.
Whoa. Breaking the law.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, I can't say if this would apply to you, if you're listening out there and you're a new grad or soon to be grad, hashtag DPT student or Chiro student or whatever, athletic training, whatever you guys, because it would apply to all of you guys technically. Don't put anything on your website or social media that might be misconstrued as potentially being fraudulent. I mean, I'm sorry that happened to you, but I think it's a good cautionary tale. And where can people find you? You on social media or anything like that?
I am. So I'm on Instagram as at barbell.therapy. I'm on Facebook. I have a website, barbelltherapyandperformance.com. You can email me at brett@barbelltherapyandperformance.com. I need to shorten that up. But I might actually be rebranding everything pretty soon. So
what? Oh, man.
So we'll see.
I didn't even see your logo says Bridge the Gap on it.
Yeah, I need to change that slogan too. I've had different thoughts about that now. So
everyone tries to bridge the gap.
Yeah. It should just be a continuum, though. We should kind of know how to. It shouldn't be a gap.
I know that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah,
that's been talked about a lot. So,
yep.
All right. Well, Andrew again isn't here, but you can find Andrew's new course, Modern Patient Education: The Eclectic Approach to Modern Patient Education, at modernpatienteducation.com. That is for sale right now, $50 off, with our new introductory price. You'll be hearing a lot more about that in the next coming episodes because we got to promote. I'm Dr. E with Modern Manual Therapy, the Eclectic Approach, edgemobilitysystem.com. Check out that site for all my BFR, ISTM products, full seminars, BFR seminar, manual therapy, and now patient education. If you don't think that's important, you're probably not having the success that you could be with some cases. And thanks to Uptalk Media for hosting. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. You can now subscribe to Untold Physio Stories on Stitcher, Spotify, and hopefully Pandora soon. You can say, "Okay, Google, listen to Untold Physio Stories podcast," and subscribe on iTunes. Although apparently those charts can be very easily manipulated. So don't believe a lot of those higher ranking podcasts, I guess. Anyway, you have a great day as always.